Every second in the startup world feels like a battle you never signed up for but can't escape. It's brutal, relentless, and it digs into your soul in ways you didn't expect. The pressure to be perfect, to prove yourself, to outsmart every competitor, every investor, every skeptic. It's like walking on a wire stretched between two skyscrapers with no safety net. You're not just fighting business challenges, you're fighting your own mind, your fears, your doubts, and sometimes even your own team. It's exhausting. And if you're honest, it feels like a war where the rules keep changing, and the only way to win is to break the rulebook itself. You've felt the sting when someone mocks your vision, like they're not just questioning your startup, but tearing apart your very identity. You've been in rooms where you smile and nod, but inside, a voice screams at you. Are you out of your mind? Do you even belong here? Every rejection email, every hesitant handshake, every silence after your pitch, they chip away at your confidence piece by piece. It's not just business, it's psychological warfare hiding behind glossy presentations and shake your hand good to meet you attitudes. But here's the brutal truth no one has the guts to say. The startup world is psychological warfare. Every deal, every hire, every user gained, every pivot, it all plays out as a war of wills, a game of minds where being strong isn't enough. You have to be smarter, faster, more ruthless with your own fears than anyone else is with you. It's no accident that founders who survive and thrive are those who master this invisible battlefield inside and out. Now, this isn't just about hardening yourself, putting on armor, or shutting out every feeling so you can be professional. That path is a dead end, a lonely island where burnout sits waiting, and your most precious fuel, the fire that got you started, is snuffed out. No. What fuels the giants in this world is a radical understanding of this war as a game, but one you can learn to master instead of become a victim of. Here's the catch. The psychological game is played on two boards. One is the outer world, the investors, the competitors, the market that never sleeps, always analyzing, always judging. The other grim board is inside you. Your own doubts, your nightmares, the stories you tell yourself when you're alone. Most startup founders lose before they even get to pitch because they let the inner battle drain their energy, scatter their focus, and fracture their will. What's the way out? How do you turn this psychological madness from a pit that swallows dreams into an edge so sharp it cuts through all doubt and keeps you standing on your own terms? First thing, stop pretending the startup grind is some heroic crusade where you triumph by sheer stubbornness. It's not about being tougher or working longer hours. It's about mastering your mind, noticing every trick it plays, every lie it tells you. Awareness is your first weapon. When anxiety creeps in, when despair whispers you aren't good enough, name it. Pinpoint it. Look it right in the eye. That moment strips those toxic thoughts of their power. Then comes the hardest but most vital move. Own every part of your story, including the weaknesses, failures, and scars you hide. No investor, no partner, no mentor respects a polished myth more than they respect raw, unfiltered truth wrapped in confidence. Vulnerability isn't a weakness, it's the ultimate power move. It rewires the battlefield because when you reveal your cracks, you disarm attacks aimed there. You build trust that's stronger than contracts and spreadsheets. But don't get it twisted. This is not a call for oversharing or cheap emotional manipulation. It's a ruthless strategy because it forces you to accept yourself fully, stop fighting within, and align your mind and mission in one seamless force. That alignment is rare, and it kills the inner chaos that rides shotgun with every founder. Next, forge alliances not based on convenience or popularity, but on fiery alignment. The startup world loves to glorify the lone wolf, the solo genius grinding into the dawn. But the truth is, real power is in connection. Not casual networks, but bulletproof bonds with the few who burn as fiercely as you do. The misfits, the rebels, the nonconformists who don't want to fit the mold, but break it. Find them. Build that network. Protect it fiercely. It's a collective mind, as much as it's individual grit, that wins wars nobody talks about. And understand this: you're not here to play small or fit into the comforting illusion the world tries to sell you. Freedom doesn't come from safety nets or following best practices. It's forged by those who refuse the rulebook handed to them by broken systems. So never settle for systems that channel you into mediocrity or drown your spark beneath convenience. The real game is creating your own rules, shifting the landscape by changing the way you think, act, and connect. Long-term stamina beats short bursts of frenzy. Psychological warfare is a marathon with no finish line, lasting decades, not quarters. The founders who build legends don't sprint, they endure. They fuel themselves with patience, clarity, and a vision so strong it burns through every trial. You must learn to master your emotional cycles, protect your mental bandwidth, and know when to attack, when to retreat, when to reset. Most founders waste massive energy charging headfirst into every fight. Winners are survivors who pick their battles and grow stronger with every round. Let's be clear. This isn't about going cold or becoming a machine. It's about harnessing your full humanity. The rage, the doubt, the hope, while owning the game you are in. Startups will break you if you let them, especially your mind. But if you fight smarter, you can use that pressure, that conflict, that war within and without as fuel to blast through walls others refuse to face. Remember, the world out there is not your master, not your cage. It's the arena where your freedom is forged. It doesn't deliver justice or fairness. It rewards audacity, clarity, and relentless will. The founder who sees beyond the daily chaos, who understands the game they're in, and who masters their psychology first, that founder moves from reacting to commanding, from surviving to creating, from doubt to unstoppable. Here's the bottom line. Startup life will test every part of you, your courage, your sanity, your belief in yourself. But it's not a game you lose by trying harder or dreaming smaller. You win by becoming sovereign of your mind, ruthless in your clarity, and deliberate in your connections. You don't have to buy into the lies that freedom means comfort or rules mean security. Real power comes from tearing those illusions down and building your own foundation, a foundation that holds while the world shakes. If you can master this inner war, you unlock a channel that few dare to access. It's a place of radical freedom where your startup is not just a business, but an expression of your truest self. This is the realm where innovation thrives, where leaders redefine reality, and where movements begin. Not by following trends, but by rewriting the game so hard that the system itself bends to your will. So, stop playing victim to the game's psychological traps. Stop running from every doubt, every fear, every attack disguised as feedback. Instead, face the war inside you. Claim your sovereignty, align with those who burn with the same fire, and play the long game with a heart that refuses to yield. This is the secret weapon no one teaches you, the real game that decides who rises and who falls. You're not alone on this battlefield. The few who dare to see, to feel, to act differently are out there, ready to link arms, to lift each other, to remake the future. This network of firebrands is the answer that the world forgot to build. You just have to find your place among them, not for belonging, but for becoming. The startup world isn't a game of luck, chance, or just ideas. It's a game of psychological warfare that the brave learn to master, wielding their mind like the sharpest tool. Step into that mastery. Make the war your own. And watch as everything you ever dreamed begins to change.